Old weapons meant wealth, status, Rome's greatest feat, making luxury gear common. Every soldier was armed well. Enemies couldn't match them. Let's look closer. Making weapons took ages. A sword blade? 30 hours. Handle and scabbard? Another 30. Swords done. Next, spears. 40 more hours for spears. But armor took much longer. Chainmail had 2 ring types. Simple, solid rings first. Iron sheets punched into shape. Second, riveted rings. Wire spun into coils. Cut, flattened, and punched. Rivets joined them to solid rings. Ring size mattered for armor. Weight, price, and defense. Small rings meant huge numbers. Thousands of rings needed. Each ring took minutes. Over 4,800 hours. That's nearly 2 years' work. Even smaller rings existed. Other armor was faster. Segmented and scale armor. Romans invented segmented. Quick, cheap, hard to fix. Scale armor was fast too. But it was heavy and costly. Repairs also took forever. Don't forget padding and helmets. Daggers, more stuff. How did Rome arm everyone? 200,000 soldiers. It started with raw materials. Iron, leather, wood, bronze. Every soldier needed them. Tons were gathered and moved. Roman logistics were massive. A fort abandoned supplies. 12 tons of iron left. Tons of resources were mined, transported and stored. Then skilled workers made items. Production was chaotic. Military and civilian workshops. State supervision was loose. Armies should be self-sufficient. Experts were key. Forts had their own workshops. They made and fixed gear. Found in Britain and Germany. Connected to water tanks. Raw materials, tools, molds. Ovens for metalwork. Soldiers worked in the shops. Some slaves did simple tasks. Specialists handled tough jobs. Fires were a real risk. Papyrus showed workshop activity. Swords, shields, catapult parts. 200 people worked there. Another fort had 343 workers. Experts led the workshops. The camp prefect managed them. Armories were called armamentaria. My old channel was hacked. My info might be leaked. I needed control. Try incognito. They're the best. Your info is already online. Sold to anyone. Incognito removes your data. They fight data brokers. Send them any link. They can't find you. Get 60 off. Link in description. Production was expensive. So they repaired and reused. New gear was costly. No single uniform. Old armor was kept. If it worked, it was used. Artillery was reused too. Metal frames were old. Workshops had repair tools. They fixed everything. When gear broke for good, they recycled it. Scrap metal pits. Swords, chainmail melted down. Forts weren't dependent. Self-sufficient on foreign land. Outside forts, civilian shops. Fancy gear made for profit. Military shops weren't enough. Military production was lacking. Civilians helped out. For treasury profits. Civilians had more craftsmen. From cheap gear to officer gear. Strict laws were in place. Governing civilian production. Only for army use. Veterans returned weapons. Losing a weapon was death. Civilians eased the burden. Civil wars happened often. Barbarian attacks needed gear. During the 4 emperors. Eastern cities mobilized. Frantic work around the clock. Rushed production made rough gear. Late Republican helmets. Poorly made, no polish. Army had quality standards. Carlisle fort swords. Jewish smiths made bad swords. Romans rejected them. They used them. A centurion supervised. At a civilian facility. Local artisans made arms. Production adapted over time. Armies got supplies from provinces. Territories became pacified. Forts made their own gear. Local industries revived. Civilians then helped supply. This genius system expanded Rome. Outsourcing army costs. In exchange for protection. Local gear followed traditions. Legions looked different. A legionary depicted. Local helmet and armor. With shoulder protection. Local production became Romanized, but not standardized. Shoes differed by region. Local designs for climate. Belts showed local style. Copied Italian designs. This system was flexible. It met army needs. Transport was slow. Imperial authorities paid. Soldier salaries were huge. Most tax revenue spent. Check our video on soldier pay. Thanks to our patriots. See you next time.